Okay. We now go to the fundamental principles of social doctrine of the church. Okay. Number one, principle of the common good. So what is this principle of the common good? Allow me to word for word state, because I don't want to be misunderstood. I don't want to go beyond what the social doctrine of the church would like us to believe. So allow me to read word for word so that we will have an exact definition of the principle of the common good as understood by the social doctrine of the church. So this is the definition. The common good indicates the sum total of the social conditions which allow people, either as groups or as individuals, to reach their fulfillment more fully and more easily. Again, the common good indicates the sum total of the social conditions which allow people, either as groups or as individuals, to reach their fulfillment more fully and more easily. I would like to emphasize that every word matters. If you will see later, this a little bit long definition contains words that are carefully used. There is no word that is extra, because every word is important. So, with that definition, allow me now to explain. So, what is common good? First, sum total of social conditions. So, sum total of social conditions. There are many conditions in society. Sports, religion, education, health, safety, peace, order. No? Now, according to the principle of common good, the government, society should provide all these conditions. For what purpose? So that each and every human individual will be able to reach his or her fulfillment. In other words, really it's a big responsibility. Not only, of course, for the government, but for each and every one of us. But the meaning is each and every one of us, individually, and as a community, and as a society, and as a nation, should see to it that we provide these social conditions: education, health, religion, leisure, entertainment, sports, peace, order, and all of these together, so that each and every human person, according to, or if not individually, but as groups like Rotaries, organizations, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, fraternities, religious congregations, will develop, according to the definition, fully and more easily. In other words, so that every human being will be able to develop his or her full potential faster, because if he does it alone, probably it will take him 30 years. Or if we do it individually, it might take us 40 years to achieve. But if the government will provide the conditions, we might be able to do it in shorter period. Like for example, we can learn about mathematics on our own. We can learn science on our own. but it will take time. That's why the government provides schools. That's that in 1 year, you learn this, in grade 1, in grade 2, so that in 6 years or 8 years, we can learn these competencies that will equip us and will make us ready to take a job, or to get a job. Otherwise, it will take us 4 years. So the purpose of the society, the purpose of governments, is to provide these conditions. All of these conditions. So that it will be more easy and more so that we will be able to achieve what we want in life, our goal, easily and fully. So that's why, for example, social conditions should see to it that all people will have the chance to develop, because whether we like it or not, we don't have the same aptitudes. Some are better and faster in learning math, others are slower. We are not necessarily equal in talents, in aptitude. Some are much better than others. But the government should see to it that those who are slower, more handicapped, will be able to catch up in a way with those who are quicker, more intelligent. So that nobody will be left behind like that ba? Like for example, why do we have rules on PWDs? Because they're already handicapped. That's why society should provide laws. Like for example, in malls, they need to have access. Why? Because para din sila makapunta ng mall. Imagine kung walang access yung mga, di ba? Pag nagtakbuhan, huli sila kasi wala silang paa. Lalo na kung yung staircase, hindi mo sila makalakad. Kasi dito easily. They want to go to the 5th floor. Okay lang may mga paa, mabilis. Yung walang paa. So the government, society should provide conditions that will somehow bridge the gap. In forms of laws, like in Robinsons, priority yung mga PWD. Nandoon malapit sila sa entrance, di ba, yung kanilang, sometimes nagpa-park, hindi naman PWD. Sometimes may nagpark na kotse, may bumaba. Sinong PWD doon? Wala naman nag-ingka. Wala naman. So bangin siguro ang driver may Down syndrome. Okay. Wala yung mga normal naman ito nga naglakat. So, sino kayang PWD? Wala namang, baka bingi yun siguro, hindi nakarinig. O yun ang kanyang disability. Doon siya nagpark. Anyway, who are we to judge? Pero sometimes we ask, ba't siya nagpark? Hindi na, may paa naman siya doon. But doon siya nagpark sa... Anyway. So, yun, kasi, yung mga ganyan, follows the principle of the common good. Yung mga dihado na sa buhay, para hindi sila masyadong madihado, the government, society should see to it that we will provide conditions that they will also be able to achieve their personal fulfillment more easily kaysa kung sila-sila lang. Hindi naman nila kaya yan. That's why we have this principle by Magsaysay, President Magsaysay, those who have less in life should have more in law. Diba? Yung medyo, na kayo, naiwan na kayo sa buhay because of disabilities, the law should be on your favor. Because the function of the government is to see to it that hindi lang ang yung mga healthy, yung mga may mga aptitudes yung makaka-achieve ng kanilang fulfillment. Kundi pati yung mga dihado. Kasi dapat common yung good. Understand? Hindi lang for the few, but for everyone. Kaya nga yung mga those who have less in life should have more in law. The law should be able to equalize whatever disparities there may be in real human beings, in real people living in society. I share this story to the people here in the convent that actually I benefited from the PWD law, because after Yolanda, we were invited to go to Spain and Rome and France to attend the beatification of Don Alvaro del Portillo, the successor of Saint Jose Escrivá de Balaguer. His beatification was done in Madrid. And it was after Yolanda, so our passports were destroyed. So we wanted to apply because we were told you are being invited to go, but we didn't have time. So we went to DFA here in Tacloban. The director bang tawag or chairman, happened to be a former seminarian. He was 2 years ahead of our class. Geranfil Abrilio from Borawen. So we asked, Pais, you help us. As much as I would like, our DFA is not operative. Said, where can we go? Said, okay, you go to Cebu. I'll give you a name. Don't worry. Everything will be taken care of. I said, are you sure? Because we're given like 2 weeks to get the passport and then apply for visa to the Spanish embassy. So I and Father Hill went to Cebu. And when we went to DFA Cebu, there was a long line of people. And I said, I think we're late. I said, Father Hill said, we thought that hindi ganon. Kaya lang, maraming kumukuha kasi ang Cebu at that time, region 6, 7, and 8, nandoon lahat. Pati na sa kalsada. Sabi ko, Father, uwi na lang tayo. Sabi, no. We go to this man. Kasi binigay naman ng pangalan ni Pais Abrilio. So anyway, we excuse ourselves, telling the guard, we want to find this person. The guard said, you go to this floor. And then naman, you go to that office. And finally, we went to the office, the back door of DFA, we knocked sa Cebu, nag-knock kami, somebody opened, and we gave the name, and the man said, yeah, please wait. After 3 minutes, may lumabas na tao, may mga forms, sabi niya, Father, you go there, punta ka doon, tatawagin yung pangalan niyo. Punta kami, daming tao nakakahiya. And then, after that, mabilis kami, tinatawag kami kaagad. Tapos, yung papel namin, parang may pangalan nakaklip. Pag nakikita ng mga priority talaga kami. I was curious, ano bang sinulat ng doon, director? Bakit kami una? Hanggang nagpa-picture ka agad. Tiningnan ko nakalagay doon, PWD. Kaya pala, ang bilis natin. PWD, so ba't naman yung nilagay doon na siguro yung mga tao sabi, yung dalawa ito, ano kaya yung problema nila? Baka abnormal yung isa. O baka bingi yung ikalawa. Parang normal naman sila. Hindi naman sila lame. Hindi naman sila, I don't know, basta kaya. But anyway, we needed a passport. So, very quick. Hindi kami 3 hours doon. Tapos kaga, pati ng picture. Iba nang may connection. Pero nakahiya, PWD. Sabi ko, Father, sino kaya may Down syndrome sa atin? Or sino kaya yung bingi? No? Okay. Now, so, common good. So, everybody should think what's good for all. In fact, one of the consequences of the principle of common good is the principle of eminent domain. No? Bahay ka dyan, pero may gagawing daan, it's for the common good, wala kang magawa. Sabihin, may titulo ako. Yeah, but it's good for the whole. So, you cannot advocate or use the argument of private property. Because even in the social doctrine of the church, private property is not absolute. If the community demands that you have to sacrifice your lot, you cannot insist. You have to move. Because it's for the common good. Yun yung nangyayari ngayon, no? Parang yung kalsada lang sa justice, no? Mayroon ng linya na puti. Yung diyan, gigibain talaga yan. Yung dumampas, pati na yung mga tanod post, no? Pati yung mga police na outpost, pinanggigiba. Okay, so that's the principle of common good. So, the main idea of the principle of common good is, again, if each and every one of us will have to look and find ways to develop ourselves individually, it may take us time, and probably we die without accomplishing our goals. But if we work together as one, the government can do it for us more fully and more easily. So that's why, again, the purpose of the state, the purpose of the society is to provide those conditions so that we as a group or individually will be able to fulfill kung ano man yang gusto mong bugalin sa buhay more easily and more fully with the help of everyone. But again, we go back to the idea that why do we have this principle of the common good? Because the government, the state, society exists for the good of every human person. We will end up here so that next time we will discuss another important principle, the principle of the universal destination of goods. Ano ito? Introduction na lang siguro. The principle of the universal destination of goods states, when God created the world, He meant that everything that He has created should be enjoyed by everyone. Not for individuals, but for everyone. That's why one important consequence of the principle of the universal destination of goods is this. Pag may taong gutom at pag hindi siya makakain in 5 minutes, mamamatay siya. Punta siya sa bakery, kumuha siya ng tinapay, it is not stealing. At that moment, that bread belongs to him. Pag nabuhay siya, babayaran niya later. But at that moment, why? Because when God created that bread, it was meant for all. Especially na siya ay nagkakailangan ng tinapay na yan. So, the right to private property is not absolute. Kaya nga, when there's war, the government can take over your office and we would like to use this as our headquarters. Wala kang magawa dyan. Kasi hindi yan absolute. Yung bahay mo, gagawin yan na bahay ng mga officers. So, in extreme conditions, private property has to give in. Why? Because there's a higher principle, which is the principle of the universal destination of goods. You cannot have something as your own absolutely. So, as I said, usually we dramatize that as an example, but that's the meaning. For a hungry man whose survival will depend on that piece of bread, otherwise he will die in 5 minutes, that bread is his. And if he gets that, that's not stealing. It belongs to him because he needs that at that very moment. Babayaran na lang niya yan later. Pero hindi mo pwedeng ipagkait sa kanya. Because that bread is supposed to be for all. Anyway, so that's one effect of this second important principle of the doctrine of the church. So any question, clarification with regard to the principle of the common good? I think we're all hungry. So please stand. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good evening and good night also.